What's going on, guys? It's your boy Boxing Facts or Fiction. I need you guys to do me a favor, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification icon for more videos like this. Last night we watched a massacre, a one-sided beatdown of Mikey Garcia. Mikey Garcia versus Errol Spence Jr. A crazy fight, a fight that should have never happened, but the fans asked for it. They said Errol Spence is a hype job. Errol Spence hasn't beat anybody. Mikey Garcia is going to destroy this guy. Fans even went as far as saying Mikey Garcia was going to knock out Errol Spence. I mean, guys, if I were part of throwing fights like this together, I would be a multi-billionaire because you can sell these fans anything. And I know how to wrap it up to the point that I'm going to be so wealthy, it's ridiculous. Like I said, I know how to wrap this stuff up to the point where I'll be so wealthy. Because you can sell anything to these fans. You can sell these fans a bag of rocks and still think it's diamonds. What I'm trying to say is fans don't really follow the sport to the point that they actually know what's going to happen. Like, we have to focus on history and what history always tells us. When I say that we have to focus on history and what history tells us, we have to focus on the fact that Errol Spence has never been down in his professional career. He's never seriously been hurt, rocked, legs wobble. So how can you make a bold statement like that and say Mikey Garcia will knock out Errol Spence Jr.? Errol Spence has never hit the canvas. When Mikey Garcia fought his last few opponents at the highest level, he didn't knock these guys out. He didn't knock out Adrian Broner. He didn't knock out Robert Easter Jr. He didn't knock out Sergey Lipinets, a guy with only 13 fights. So I want to know how fans can be so ignorant when it comes to the sport of boxing. You know, they just come out here and just throw stuff at you. Oh, Errol Spence is a hype job. You've never watched a man fight, but he's a hype job. Errol Spence can't box. He never had to box. He was in there against guys he knew he was going to run over. So why should he box? Oh, Errol Spence isn't fast. Errol Spence isn't fast. He can't box. He can't do this. He can't do that. This is easy work for a little guy in Mikey Garcia. Guys, whenever a big fighter fights a small guy, the big fighter isn't the one that has to take chances. It's the little guy that has to take chances. Let me school you guys on some boxing. It's the little guy that has to take chances. So it's more difficult for the little guy because he'll have to take chances. And all it has to take is one mistake from the little guy and it's lights out. And we seen what happened with Mikey Garcia and Errol Spence. Mikey Garcia was scared to take chances. It was the snack products that Mikey was taking that was able to make this guy survive for 12 rounds. Whatever snack was given this guy, Mikey Garcia was a total punching bag. A complete punching bag. He was a punching bag for 12 rounds, guys. 12 rounds. A complete punching bag. How can you take so much punishment for 12 rounds from a guy 2 weight classes bigger than you? He had to be on something ridiculous. I don't know what snack is putting in their products, but that shit work. That shit work, guys. That shit works. This is a guy in Errol Spence who's knocking out guys at the highest level. Bigger guys than Mikey Garcia. Guys that will beat Mikey Garcia. And Mikey Garcia is able to take punishment for 12 rounds? A punching bag. Mikey Garcia was literally a punching bag. A very, very good punching bag. A one-sided punching bag for 12 rounds. I mean, the way Earl Spence punched on this guy, I'll be surprised if Mikey Garcia ever fights at welterweight again. I mean, it was ridiculous, man. Right after the fight, Mikey Garcia himself said, "Oh no, I'll go back down. These guys hit too hard at welterweight. I don't want to be up here no more." I mean, it was a one-sided embarrassment. For the amount of stuff you guys said online, at least if your man would have went in there and won at least 4 rounds, we would have said, okay, Mikey did something good. But he didn't do nothing. The guy didn't do shit. He was so scared to throw punches. I'm just sitting here watching this stuff, laughing. If you were sitting next to me, if you were rooting for Mikey Garcia, you would probably wanted to fight me, because I was literally laughing the entire fight. I'm like, I told you so. I'm laughing at the television. And it's not really good to laugh at a guy taking so much punishment. But guys, it's not really good to laugh at a fighter taking punishment, because these fighters are risking their life. But it's the fact that I'm thinking about all the comments I was reading. I'm like, what was these guys thinking? Why are they so delusional? I mean, you can go and look at all my videos. Everybody that said Mikey was gonna win, I said, in your dreams, you're delusional. I told them, I told these guys, and to be honest, I hope they lost money. I hope they all lost money on this fight. I really hope they all lost money. I hope they lost large amount of money, because to be this stupid, to think Mikey Garcia would jump up 2 weight classes and stop a guy who's never been stopped, knock out a guy who's never been knocked out. For that reason, to be that stupid, you deserve to get your money took. You deserve to get your money took. You deserve to get every single penny you work hard for, or whatever you do in your career, to get that money took. And I was begging you guys to bet me online. I'm looking. I'm like, where's these fanboys at? They're saying Mikey gonna win. Earl Spence a hype job. But they were nowhere to be found when I said, can you please bet me? The fact of the matter here is, Mikey Garcia, he definitely did bit off more than he could chew. I'm sure he regrets it. I'm sure he says to himself, man, I should have took my brother's advice. I got embarrassed on national television on the biggest stage of my career. I could have did more. I was scared to engage, because he was scared to fight. He was scared to fight. Mikey Garcia was scared to fight. From the very first round, he tasted some of those body shots. He said, man, it's going to be a long night. It's going to be a long night. But whatever snack fed Mikey Garcia, it worked, guys. Because every single round, Mikey Garcia, he could have been out of there. If it was any other fighter, they would have been out of there. If it was any other fighter, I'm telling you right now, they would have been out of there. If Earl Spence was fighting any fighters, even a middleweight, even a freaking middleweight, a super middleweight, Earl Spence would have stopped one of those guys. So, congrats to Snack for packing Mikey Garcia to a really sturdy punching bag. He was a sturdy punching bag. The amount of punishment this guy took, he should be bleeding eternally. The amount of punishment Mikey Garcia took, man, the guy shouldn't be able to walk. The guy was still walking. He was walking. I seen the post-fight. I seen all the post-fight videos. Mikey Garcia was walking. He even picked his son up in the elevator, going up to his room with his family, walking around, face beat up, body's probably still hurting, broken ribs maybe. But Mikey Garcia, man, he's a tough guy. Either a Snack, or it's just Mikey Garcia just showing that he has heart. Some heart, not too much heart. Because if he had more heart than I than a lot of fans believe he had, he would have went in there and threw some punches. He was just scared to throw punches. What happened to those beautiful body shots we seen against Adrian Broner? Those beautiful combinations against Sergey Lipinets. All those beautiful body works, straight right hands, all his beautiful work. He just couldn't do nothing against the southpaw. He just couldn't do nothing against a southpaw like Errol Spence. He just didn't know how to adjust. So that's why it's important for us to see the super fight, Errol Spence versus Terrence Crawford. We know that's the only guy who knows how to adjust to every single fighter because he's fought every single style. Terrence Crawford is the only guy who knows how to adjust. That's why that fight is so big. But you guys don't want to realize that. You want to ignore the facts and just come up with your fictions. But this is boxing facts over fiction. You understand that? Boxing fiction over facts. We have to stick to the facts, guys. That's why that fight is a major, mega, super fight. But overall, it was a great performance, even though a lot of us should have already knew the outcome. But it was a great performance from Errol Spence, a one-sided performance. Do Mikey Garcia deserve a moral victory tonight? In my opinion, no. I don't believe he got a moral victory in this. How do you get beat up for 12 rounds and say it's a moral victory? How do you get beat up for 12 rounds and say it's a moral victory? Moral victory how? You told us you was going to win the fight. You said at the end of the day, you seen your hand getting raised. I didn't see your hand getting raised. You lost every single round. So how can I say that's a moral victory? Moral how? Anybody can go in the ring and get their ass beat. You know? It would have been a moral victory if you'd have won a few rounds. It would have been a moral victory, in my opinion, if he would have won at least 3 or 4 rounds. Then we could say, wow, Mikey's actually winning rounds against Errol Spence Jr. Wow, Mikey is the real deal. Even though we knew he was going to lose, but he's winning rounds. Errol Spence got exposed. But that wasn't the case. Mikey Garcia just sit there like a freaking punching bag for 12 rounds. A ridiculous performance. But yeah, guys, do me a favor. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that notification icon for more videos like this. Leave your comments in the comment section. How do you feel about Mikey Garcia being a punching bag for 12 rounds? Wasn't it a disgusting performance by Mikey Garcia? The guy was so scared to throw punches, man. So scared. Why are you scared to engage? You talk all that trash, but you're scared to engage. What a disgusting performance. But guys, leave your comments in the comment section. Let me know how you feel about that fight.